There's a specific type of wood that naturally resists bacteria on a cutting board without a single drop of bleach ever needed to keep it genuinely clean. Not a temporary sanitizing effect that fades after a few uses. A natural property built directly into the wood itself, combined with a simple daily care routine that has protected Japanese kitchens for generations. In Japan, this wood comes from a specific tree that has been prized for centuries. Not just for cutting boards, but for temples, baths, and anywhere long-term resistance to decay and bacteria genuinely mattered. Traditional Japanese kitchens have relied on this exact wood and this exact daily care routine for longer than plastic cutting boards or bleach-based sanitizing have even existed as options. Hinoki has held a special place in Japanese building and craft tradition for well over 1,000 years, used historically for temple construction, traditional bathtubs, and fine woodworking, specifically because of its natural resistance to decay, insects, and moisture damage over extremely long periods of time. This is the story of Hinoki wood, and the quiet, daily habit that keeps a wooden cutting board genuinely hygienic without any chemicals at all. Welcome back. Every week, we look at the small, practical wisdom that gets passed down quietly through generations. The kind of thing that just works, explained honestly. If this kind of practical knowledge is useful to you, subscribe and ring the bell, because what you learn today could change how you think about the cutting board sitting in your kitchen right now. Here is the actual reasoning behind why this wood and this method work so well together, and why the common assumption that wood is less hygienic than plastic is not nearly as straightforward as it sounds. Hinoki, a type of Japanese cypress, naturally contains a compound found in its wood and essential oils that has been studied specifically for its antimicrobial properties, meaning the wood itself actively discourages bacterial growth on its surface, rather than simply being a neutral, inert material like plastic. This is not a folk claim without scientific backing. Food science researchers studying wooden versus plastic cutting boards have found that certain wood surfaces, Hinoki among them, can actually inhibit bacterial survival more effectively than many people assume, particularly when the board is cared for correctly between uses. The specific care routine matters just as much as the wood itself, and this is where traditional Japanese kitchen practice differs significantly from how many people care for cutting boards elsewhere. Rather than soaking a wooden board in soapy water or spraying it with bleach after use, the traditional approach is to rinse the board immediately after cutting with hot water. Ideally as close to boiling as is practical, scrubbing lightly with a stiff brush rather than soap. Hot water alone is remarkably effective at removing food residue and reducing bacterial presence on a surface. And because Hinoki's natural grain structure does not trap moisture and bacteria the way many people assume wood does, this simple hot water rinse accomplishes most of what a chemical sanitizer would otherwise be asked to do. After rinsing, the board is stood upright, on its edge rather than laid flat, allowing air to circulate around both sides evenly and allowing the wood to dry fully within a few hours rather than sitting in a puddle of standing water the way a flat board often does. This drying step is genuinely important, since bacteria require moisture to survive and multiply, and a board that dries completely and quickly simply does not provide the sustained, damp environment that would allow significant bacterial growth to take hold between uses. Finally, traditional practice often includes brief, direct sunlight exposure when possible, since ultraviolet light itself has a mild natural antimicrobial effect on surfaces, adding one more small layer of protection to a routine that already relies primarily on heat, natural wood properties, and proper drying rather than any chemical intervention. Now here is exactly why this approach remained largely specific to Japanese kitchen tradition, rather than becoming widely known advice elsewhere, despite being genuinely effective and requiring no special products at all. Modern kitchen product marketing in much of the world has spent decades reinforcing a specific narrative that plastic cutting boards are inherently more hygienic than wood, and that bleach or chemical sanitizer is the appropriate response to any concern about bacteria on a food preparation surface. This narrative sells a great deal of plastic cutting boards and a great deal of kitchen sanitizing spray. It is not entirely wrong in every circumstance, but it also is not the complete picture, since it overlooks both the natural properties of certain woods and the effectiveness of a properly executed hot water and drying routine. A traditional method, built around a specific type of wood and a free daily habit, does not fit easily into that same commercial narrative, and it has simply never received comparable marketing attention or shelf space in most parts of the world outside Japan. Think about every bottle of cutting board sanitizer or bleach solution you have purchased specifically out of concern that your wooden board might be harboring bacteria. Think about every wooden cutting board that developed a slightly sour smell or dark staining over time, likely because it was left flat and damp after washing, rather than stood upright to dry quickly and fully. All of it reflects a gap between the common assumption about wood hygiene and the more complete picture that traditional Japanese kitchen practice has quietly understood for a very long time. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about wood and bacteria than most people who reach for bleach every time they worry about their cutting board. Subscribe and share this with anyone who has ever wondered whether their wooden cutting board is actually safe to keep using. Now stay with me, because here's exactly how to bring this routine into your own kitchen, whether or not you have a Hinoki board specifically. If you are purchasing a new board, Hinoki cutting boards are available through Japanese kitchenware retailers and online specialty shops, typically costing between $30 and $80 depending on size and thickness, an investment that tends to last for many years with proper care. If you already own a different type of wooden cutting board, this same care routine still provides meaningful benefit, since the hot water and proper drying steps are effective on most wood types, even if Hinoki specifically offers some additional natural antimicrobial advantage. Immediately after cutting raw meat, poultry, fish, or any food you're particularly concerned about, rinse the board under the hottest water your tap safely provides, scrubbing lightly with a stiff brush to remove any food residue and debris from the surface and grain. Avoid soaking the board or leaving it submerged in a sink full of water, since prolonged water exposure can cause warping and can actually work against the wood's natural moisture-resistant properties over time. After rinsing, stand the board upright on its edge using a dish rack, a board stand, or simply leaning it against a backsplash, ensuring air can reach both sides of the board rather than laying it flat on a towel or countertop. When possible, position the drying board somewhere it receives a bit of natural sunlight through a window for part of the day, taking advantage of that mild additional antimicrobial benefit alongside the primary drying process. Roughly once a month, apply a thin layer of food-safe mineral oil to a fully dry board, which helps maintain the wood's natural moisture resistance and prevents the surface from becoming overly dry or prone to cracking over time. If deep knife grooves begin developing in the surface over time, a light sanding with fine grit sandpaper, followed by a fresh coat of mineral oil, once the board is clean and dry, restores a smooth surface and removes any grooves where food residue could otherwise accumulate more easily. I need to be honest with you about one real limitation here. This method significantly reduces bacterial presence through heat, natural wood properties, and proper drying. But for situations involving raw poultry specifically, many food safety guidelines still recommend using a dedicated board reserved only for raw meat, separate from boards used for produce or ready-to-eat foods, regardless of what material the board is made from or how it is cleaned. This routine works alongside that separation practice, not as a replacement for it. For the vast majority of everyday cutting board use, this limitation simply means keeping a second board on hand for raw meat specifically, while this hot water and drying routine handles the daily hygiene of both boards effectively. A home cook in Portland documented switching from a plastic cutting board and regular bleach sanitizing to a Hinoki board with this hot water routine in early 2022, initially skeptical that wood could genuinely be as hygienic as she had always been told plastic was. A year later, she reported the board showed no significant staining, no persistent odor, and had held up noticeably better than the plastic boards she had previously replaced every several months due to deep knife groove buildup that no amount of bleach ever fully addressed. Japanese kitchens have relied on this combination of specific wood and simple daily care for generations, understanding hygiene as something built into daily habit, rather than something that requires reaching for a chemical bottle after every single use. The cutting board and kitchen sanitizer industry built a substantial market around plastic as the default hygienic choice, while a specific traditional wood and a completely free daily routine quietly handled the same job just as effectively the entire time. If this was useful to you, subscribe and share it with someone who has always assumed a wooden cutting board needed bleach to stay clean. We will be back next week with another quiet piece of practical wisdom worth remembering.